Welcome, Taurus Gemini, to your September 12th through the 16th reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on. Ooh. Kind of a dreamy feeling going on right now. Maybe a lot inside your mind, fantasizing about the things that you really need, things you want. There we go. Yep, exactly what I said. There it is. Looking out. Just make sure you don't overbook yourself for too many things, guys, because, yeah, there's a lot of patience and planning going on within the situation to get to your new beginning. And this is definitely, do not allow that to become a double-edged sword, because that Ace of Swords can become double-edged, which means do not cut yourself. There's a lot of many rewards, but if you're overbooking yourself or overdoing it, you will cut deep. And that's because of the impatience that might be kind of taking place right now. It does feel like you're on a roll right now, so there's a lot of things that are to be expected coming out of this situation as you're really looking out, and things are really moving very beautiful for you in this situation. You don't have many blocks and very many barriers at this time right now, and there's really no need for them either, my friends. Okay, because in seriousness, that's just going to block your creativity and put you into an area of your life where you just don't need those kind of boundaries at this time. I don't feel like within this 4 days that we're talking about, anything needs to be bound and shut. If anything, you need to be nice, fresh, and open for all of the considerations and analytical thinking to come through. Really pushing through all of the things that you need. Just watch exaggerations. Could be people around you who are exaggerating situations that you don't need. Okay, so we have to be careful of that. And then it could be coming from a love situation. So be careful of rose-colored glasses at this moment, and that's because of the Mercury retrograde. With strengthening the situation, it's because when they're over-exaggerating a situation, it becomes so strong that it actually can weaken a relationship and energy, because it becomes then kind of obsessive, excessive, and then becomes negative energy. You do not want that. You want to keep yourself on creative pursuits and make sure that you're connecting with your crushes and your loves and the things that you're passionate about in the right way, right? Not allowing things to go over the top. Okay, so on the Seven of Pentacles, you know, patiently planning all of these things and watching your fruits come through, I do see a lot of fulfillment of wishes, let's put it that way. But they're fruitful. So I do see things really blossoming. You have the King of Wands, so it's saying I am strong and I'm really pushing towards these things and I'm in control of this situation. If you guys are investing, right now is a good time to invest money. Stocks, bonds, things like that. 401ks, things of this. If you have the money to buy a new car, do things like this, wanting to move, buy a new house, things like that, as long as it says you have the money. If you have the money, this is the time. It's very favorable. Ace of Swords, yeah, here comes that person that's got the love. So I'm saying, be careful of the double-edged sword. You have a lot of proposals and a lot of love coming through. I do see a lot of love proposals coming over here. For some of you, there might even be more than one, which is kind of crazy. You have one that might be a little excessive and one that seems a little more drab, a little more down to earth. One that doesn't seem to really push itself too far towards you, but the other one's almost excessive. It's just the impatience of really getting to what is needed for whatever project that you're getting to. I would just kind of chill though, because I do see the puzzle pieces kind of like flying together as you're kind of reorganizing and rescheduling the situation. You got this person over here that's moving towards you really, really fast. That's the excessive person. But they could be causing you a little bit of confusion because it's could be a little too much. I see the Three of Cups. That's, yeah, there you go. And for those of you who don't have these two people, the Three of Cups could just be you, your work, and maybe someone else or something else that's going on in your life. Take it how it resonates. But for a lot of you, I do see this very excessive person and this very down-to-earth person. One person's very analytical and one's just using all emotion. Definitely could be a Libra versus like Cancer. And the Cancer is the one that's being romantic and a little over-excessive. King of Pentacles, yeah, because it's saying there it is. And that's what it is. You know, if you have this, you know, it doesn't have to be those signs, but for now, I'm going to say this Libra or this Gemini is being a little too down to earth. They're guilty of not giving as much as you want, and it could be kind of pushing you more towards the water sign, who's, you know, even though they act a little excessive, but at least they're showing their love. No, I do not see anything over here where it's just lust. I do not see that because I don't see a devil card. They're actually, yes, starry-eyed about you. You have two people for some of you who are very starry-eyed about you. On the work situation, I always like to do that because not everybody has love or cares about love. On the work situation, it's talking about really getting to the promotions and to the areas of your life that you really want to get to. Knowing that you have other things that are involved within the situation. One is kind of holding you back a little bit and the other one's pushing you, you know, super far into what you need. There's a lot of discussions that are going to be taking place to actually get to the insight that you need with the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords says there's conversations, negotiations, and a lot of great things that are going to take place and things that are going to allow you to think about where it is you're going to plant your money, do with your money, and hold tight to your money. Trying to figure out the bigger picture of the situation. The guiltiness of this situation might be that I didn't take control of this and now it's coming back on me, and now maybe there was a little miscommunication about the situation and maybe I'm a little guilty of not really taking that into consideration, or maybe I'm a little guilty of not really listening to what the Queen of Swords had to say at the time. Hey, that happens. Because maybe you thought at that time, maybe they're the excessive ones, right? So however it is, you're going to try to reschedule, you know, what you might feel at that time was like, oh, it kind of got away from me. So maybe it's a little upside down. So it's okay though, because with the Queen of Swords is saying, it's okay though, you can become more flexible within the situation this week. You're going to be opening up to the working process, looking at things differently. And it doesn't matter if it's on the love or the money. It could even be both. Maybe you have to really kind of spread it out a little bit and say, you know what? I'm getting to these goals one way or another. Could be love and work. With the World over here, it's talking about keeping things in balance, making sure that everything that you have is going, you know, the way you want it to be. Don't put anything out on the back burner. Allow the new cycle to continue for this situation. This way you know that in your social life also will come to reach a climax of where it is you really want. Especially if you felt like something was weakening the situation, you want the strength to come back through. Right, there it is. Great communication through it. And yeah, there it is. That's it, because the new hopes and dreams of the situation are blossoming with the Judgment card. And now you can see everything starting to surface in this situation. Okay? If now we're going to break it out. If it's the love situation of the situation, you're going to have to figure out which person you want to deal with, right? Which one is the one that really is, you know, grabbing your attention. Or maybe it's none of them. Maybe you'll come out to balance and say, you know what, I'm going to throw you both in the air and not catch either of you. Okay? So you'll balance that out. Within this financial area, no matter what, whether you have love or not, the financial area is the same though in a lot of ways. Because it's saying, I have this proposal over here and this new idea that I really need, and it's going to come out and it's going to put me into this area right now as a creative project of the things that I really want. Watch for the social behavior of what it is you're trying to look at or learn, because you're going to, gain a lot of clarity over here, my friends, to your work situation, right? So if you know that this has to do what it needs to do, don't put anything on the back burner in the next 4 days. because you want it to be able to cycle through, to grow, to allow that to surface and do what it needs to do. So this will be an excellent opportunity to pick up any kind of project that you really need, because your creativity is actually really going strong as well. We see the creativity within the King of Wands. King of Wands has a great creativity, as you know, as well as the Queen of Wands. Fire's creativity. So definitely wanting to see that. The only problem is that there is going to be this issue, right? Especially in the money area, right? Where you're feeling a little guilty of what? Not listening to something that you might have to go back, or not being as flexible about the situation. So just be careful, right? It almost feels kind of a stubborn energy going on, as you know, as that's kind of making itself through. So it's going to be something that's going to make a little bit of a miscommunication, to where you're going to say, oh, but it feels like, you know, around the 16th, you're going to say, okay, that's fine. Look, everything's fine, fine, fine. Because you're going to juggle that idea. Boom, it all comes together. You need to sign that contract. You'll get it done. The boss wants you to do it. Maybe you have to, you know, do a reorientation of the situation, however it is. Okay? And that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.